Interracial Alternative with Abby. I'm going to thank all of my subscribers, past and present, and those who watch me. I'm just going to ask them.
Just going to ask you
to go ahead and click that subscribe button, because this is going to be a very interesting video and it's going to make everyone think. All right. So today's topic, or today's question, if you will, is, can you find love if you are over 40? And of course, to me, that's a very stupid or silly question. However, some people seem to think that you can't. And I don't know why. In my comments, I have received a lot of messages, or I've had messages with people saying that they don't want to date an older woman, or a woman with kids, or a woman with such, I don't know. But they just have very ageist comments. And I just like to say that being 40, 20 years ago, as opposed to now, is not the same thing. Women actually hit their prime. A lot of women hit their prime in their 40s. Some hit their prime in their 30s. But it's not guaranteed that you'll hit it in your 30s. But however, you'll probably hit it in your 40s. Even some will even hit it while they're in menopause. Okay, that's for females. Okay, and for men, men's bodies work completely different than ours. If some men, there's a percentage of men who already experience ED in their 20s and 30s, and some, it's kind of spotty. Erectile dysfunction is kind of spotty, but sometimes as they get older, or by the time they are in their 50s, they need help. So it's very different. However, it is a fact that women hit a prime, a sexual prime, later in life than when they're early. So it's interesting how men like women or girls, very young, but that's more of a predatory reasons. It's not for intimacy or intimate compatibility reasons. It's absolutely not, because a woman doesn't hit her peak in her very early years, biologically speaking. Also, if we want to say, if we're questioning, can you find love, or if you can date, you can find love at any age. And like I said, I know, and I'm just gonna call it out because I don't care. Black people are particularly, and I'm calling you out, Black people are particularly ageist. And I don't know why. I don't know where that's come from, but I've noticed that even when I was younger, we had such not a disrespect, and I won't say we, because I didn't. I respect all my elders. I was just raised that way, no matter what your race is. However, I do notice that Black people have something with older people. Even today, a lot of millennials have problems respecting older people. So I don't know. I guess if you can't respect the person, you can also be attracted to them. To that, I say that's probably, I don't know. That's more of a character trait than it is a reflection of someone older. I will tell you this, as being an older person, what we will tolerate later in life is not the same things that we tolerate when we're younger. Also, we look for different things in our partners and in our mates than we did when we were 20. And some people's age fades. Everyone's age is beauty is going to fade. Handsomeness is going to fade. Everyone. Very few men, very few men look like Robert Redford. Not Robert Redford. He was like the traditionally handsome man. But put it like this, Paul Newman. Oh my goodness. Paul Newman, even Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte, even Denzel is aging pretty well. And these are men, yes, but women can't age better than men. Typically, women age better than men, especially if they don't have any children, okay? If they don't have any children. Older women typically, unless they are drug addicted or they've been on meth we typically are going to age better than men anyway. And like I say, I think it's really interesting that men, and some younger men, or men in their 40s, will say, well, I don't want to be with an older woman, but you're an older man. And if I can be so honest, not cruel, but honest, these younger girls out here will rip you to shreds. You have no idea. And I don't mean it in the way that you would like it to be. These younger girls play, they play for keeps. They take no prisoners. A lot of you all are not smart. You're not savvy enough to deal with these younger girls. I mean, I talk to them, I have them around me, and I be like, okay, so you all can't hang. I mean, and these younger girls are even tearing up. I see what these younger girls do. They tear up these older men. These older men, they be leaving them with all types of personality disorder issues. You think you want a young girl, but a lot of you all can't hang with the younger girls because they play a different game. The millennials, I keep telling you on my channel, millennials play a different game, okay? And if you think you're gonna lasso one, you may lasso one in, but I mean, some of these younger women, they're the ones that will leave their children. I know women who have left their children, okay? Left their children in different countries, okay? They got married just for the visa or the passport in a particular country. They left the guy. They sucked off another guy in a car or in a bathroom, you know, whether or not they had a boyfriend or not. Y'all don't know these games. Y'all not out here. And a lot of these men who are talking, I think you all are keyboard people, or maybe you all aren't really in the dating scene. I can listen to somebody and tell and talk and see what their social life is like. You all don't have the social life. I'm just saying, I'm tired, okay? My social life makes me tired. It sucks damn near the life juice out of me, okay? A lot of you all can't hang, okay? And you have the nerve. You should be so lucky. I said that before. You should be so lucky to meet a attractive 40-something-year-old woman. She would nail you to the cross, and in a good way, okay? I'm just saying.
Ain't trying to be blasphemous, but
I'm just saying. And those of you who have had the pleasure can probably thumbs this video up. If you think I'm lying, try an older 40-something-year-old who has it together. I tell you, Sex in the City, I tell you, that did a reset. That came out in the 90s. That did a reset. 30-year-old women don't look the same anymore. 40-year-old women don't look the same anymore. Hell, Tina Turner didn't look the same when she was 50 and she was still wearing hiked up skirts and dresses. And I think she was about 40, 50s, okay? And that's Tina Turner, okay? So I'm just letting you know, it's not what you think it is. And, you know, some of these men who write these comments, I dare you. I'd like to see you be able to rumble with a 40-something-year-old and see if you come back and report to me and say, oh, she was bored, or oh, she was this and that. No, you're not going to say that. I have a new friend. I know my phone's going off crazy. Okay. Yeah, my phone's going off. See, that's my social life right there. And I didn't even do anything. I'm telling you, like I said, I'm tired.
I'm old and I'm tired.
Anyway, so I have a friend who's dating a 40-something-year-old. She's older than him. Actually, she's 42. She's blonde. She's Caucasian. I've known her for almost about a year. Introduced to her from a friend. I'm not gonna put her business out here. But she's worn out one of my friends. She's worn him out, and he's addicted. Okay, I can't go through because in case he ever finds my channel out, like I said, I consider him a friend already. He's a sweetheart, but he's having a hard time hanging with this 42. She's 42. I think that he's 40. She's older than him. He's about 40. He can't hang. I'm telling you. Like, you believe what you want to believe, but I'll just say that there's an animal in like Def Leppard talked about it, okay? Def Leppard, animal. There's an animal when a woman becomes older in life, maybe 35, maybe 38 if you're lucky, but definitely when you hit your 40s, there's an animal inside, and it's an animal that I don't know what the animal just needs to feed, okay? It's like an inner vampire. It needs to feed, okay? So I don't know what you all are talking about, okay? I don't know. All the men that I that I'm around, like friendship wise, acquaintance wise, and we're all in the kind of the same social scene or what have you, they can't really attract a 40-something-year-old. 40 something women I know, they're like, I'm not even, you can't even hang. Like, he can't even play with me. And they're saying this about early men who are 32, and these women are in their 40s. I don't know where you live, if you live in the United States. I know if you live in Europe that those 40-something-year-olds, those are the some of those are almost like mummified 40-something-year-olds. They play by their own games. I mean, they are eternal. They move by the beat of their own drum. So I'm assuming you're talking about the ones in the U.S. Like I said, I don't know where you live as to where you are meeting older women who look like, I don't know, who look like, something. I don't know. Because, I mean, you can look at some of my videos. I mean, sometimes I look tired for the wear, and I get up here. But I think I look pretty well rested right now. So this is me on camera. This isn't even me in person. I look better in person, okay? But like I say, I know a lot of women out here who are just, I don't know. So I don't understand what this talk about dating older women as if older women are just ready for the trash heap. I'm just going to say. So, and if we just want to go back to being PC, take it back to Sesame Street, yes, of course, you can definitely find love at any age. You can find love in your 50s. You can find love in your 40s. The great thing about being older, male and female, and especially female, is the older you get, you don't have to answer to anyone. I think I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow because I need to talk to women. And I think it's time, women really need to start living for themselves, okay? If you're not married and you don't have any children, most of the women that I know who are young, I know a lot of women who are older with no kids and never been married. I know a lot of women like that. And they are out here. They're living their lives. It is not like it was 10 years ago or 20 years ago. No, these women aren't crying, talking about they wish they had a husband. They have men who are after them and they're saying no. So we live in a totally different world that nobody expected. I hate to tell you, a lot of you all need to wake up, or you need to get out or get off the internet and actually live real life. There's a lot of women out here who are dancing to the beat of their own drum. Actually, there always have been. There always has been. I was always a younger woman like that, and that's how I met my ex who, took care of me for 10 years. There are all types of lifestyles out here. And I think that what I think, when these men say this, and I'll say this, is that for so many years, people heard that because women in their 40s, 20, 30 years ago, looked like women in their 40s. That was the beginning of plastic surgery. That was the beginning of like health kick, the beginning of veganism, the beginning of a lot of things. So when you looked at a woman who was 40 years old, you're probably thinking about your mother, depending on when she had you, or you're looking at the 40-year-old some women that you knew who were like size 16s and 14s. Now, if there's anything wrong with that, honey, there's a market for everything, okay? We'll talk about it tomorrow. However, you're kind of thinking back to them. But I'll tell you, we're in 2022. The number is 6, okay? 6 is all about reciprocity. It is about thinking about the past and trying to engender something for the future. It is about success and winning and victory, okay? That's a little bit for those who win the tarot, if you understand what I mean. However, that's something else. But people are winning now. People are winning in different levels. Success is different for everyone. And even for older people, we find our successes differently. We're not looking for the man who has these stunning good looks. The older you get, you look for more authenticity. You look for what's real. If they're attractive, that's fine. But a lot of times, you're not looking for the most attractive person. I know that I went through that phase when I was like, if he's a 4 and he can handle everything else, I'll be down for it if he checks all the other boxes. The problem is that a lot of men don't check the other boxes, but they're just 4s. That's
the only box that they check. So,
I can't do anything with that. And, people are like, you look too good to settle. I mean, you know, when I talk to my friends and I may point out a guy to them or something like that, they be like, no, you look too good for him. Y'all don't know. Y'all need to roll with me. Maybe, you know, I would like to bring my camera out with me when I go out, but I don't know. I'd have to sign too many waivers. I'd have to just carry waivers with me all the time because people get buck wild, and there's some after hours stuff that you all can't see. All right. But I'm just going to go back to it and say that men can find love at every age. And I think they set it, I mean, men set it up that way. They set up all these certain psychological and mental and mental pathways and the ways that we think about and view each other. Men set that up initially, and women just followed along. And I think that men just kind of have a problem with it when they're not winning according to what the men before them has set the path down, and now us women are winning unexpectedly. You know, 10, 20 years ago, a 40-year-old woman was an old maid, but now she may be the hottest girl in the class, and the 40-year-old gets more dates than some of these 20-year-olds.
Don't you hate it? Hate you hate it? Hate you hate it?
However, like I said, you can find love at any age as long as you keep yourself up. You take care of your health. You what they say, eat, pray, love. I'm just kidding. That's probably trademark. I probably can't even say that. Don't I didn't say it. Okay, but as long as you take care of yourself and really you take care of your health and keep your stress down and keep your diet pretty well balanced, you won't need anything. And if you do get that, that's fine too. That's up to you. I mean, hey, that's up to you. But you know, if you do all those things, you'll pretty much keep yourself together. And if you're physically active, whether or not you work out, play tennis every week, or you do whatever, you know, you'll keep yourself up so that you can still stay on the market. I meet a lot of men, and the type of men that I go for, as we know, and I talk about this constantly on my channel because it's a dating channel, these men tend to be much older than me. And I can also go lower. I don't like to go very much lower, though. I don't like to, to dip into the millennial pond, me personally. But, I mean, at least I have that as an option because I don't lie about my age at all. If you see me in person, if you see me on social media, I don't lie about my age. So it is what it is. And my thing is, this is the reality of it. Everybody's going to get older and everybody's looks are going to change. So if you think as a man that, oh, well, I look like this, or I'm going to go for a younger woman who's really hot, you're really setting yourself up for disaster. And I can tell you why. Either one, you better have a ton of money. You better have Elon Musk money in order to keep that younger girl while you keep getting older and your hair's falling out and you got Pennywise's or Bozo the Clown's hairline. You better have a lot of money. You setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. You're not going to be able to keep up with anyone like that, with someone even 20s or 30s like that. If your looks are failing, you're an older man. Like I said, you better have all that money. And as we saw with that whole Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing, Johnny Depp was one of the hottest men back in the 90s. And he still looked good today. Pretty damn old drunk pirate. He still looked good today, allegedly, okay? Allegedly. Well, no, we saw the case. His whole life was all over the screen. He is a drunk pirate. So my point is this. If he couldn't keep Amber Heard with Johnny Depp money, he had Big Sur, No Sir, Ben-Hur, all those houses all over the place, and she wasn't satisfied, how you gonna keep a young girl satisfied? And he met her, I think, when she was 28. And he married her quick as hell. When you see what that got him, it got him on TV telling everybody he was a drug addict, okay? Y'all, you playing with fire. At some point, you have to want what's real. Think about that. At some point, you're going to have to want a real relationship with a real human being because that's the only thing that's going to save you. When you get sick or when your children get sick, whatever your situation is, when you get sick, you're going to want someone who's going to be there for you. You're going to want someone who's going to help you with your meds, regulate your meds if so be it. Someone who's going to visit you in the hospital. This trying to run after the young girl and you ain't got no money, you don't look like anything, it's a pipe dream. And a lot of those, that's another world. That's another world. That's another world. Chasing after that, the younger, like I said, the younger generations, below the millennial, they play off of a different drum. They play off of a completely different drum line. You don't know, some of the 20-somethings, one day they feel like a man, the next day they feel like a woman. You don't know what the hell you're going to get, okay? And I'm just telling you what's up. It's a different world that we're living in. So if you have ages and qualms about getting older, you really probably I don't know if you need to see somebody or you just need really a reality check. Maybe this video will help you. But women out here, they get in the gym, they have businesses, they start businesses, they buy their own houses, and these are black women included. Actually, I'm actually talking about the black women, a lot of the black women, especially like what they say in Texas and California. So I don't know what women you talking about that. I don't know what women you talking about. I don't. That a lot of these men think, well, they're old maids. Don't you need to get married? Well, a lot of these women don't need to get married because number one, they know how to take care of themselves. They're providing for themselves. They're doing better than some of the men that they know. And they're attractive. They're going out on dates every week. They're getting flown here, flued out, as you all call it.
Flued out.
So their lives are pretty good, and they have a stable, some of these people have a stable network of friends that they can rely on if something happens to them, and they still have family. You know, I hate to tell some of you, getting married is not the end all be all. It is if you find the right person, but I mean, it's not the end all be all. And being just in this relationship because you need companionship, you can have companionship without getting married. You know, I think maybe things are changing faster than people realize of what's going on in life, but this world is changing. If you can find somebody, that's fine. But a lot of these people have all types of different types of relationships. They have their wives and their mistress, and their wives know about their mistress. Okay, and that's just in Europe.
Okay, that's just in Europe.
We're not even talking about the U.S. Okay, so I maybe I need to do some more work on this channel to kind of inform you of how the way the world works. But this sort of archaic thinking is a damn near brain catatonic thinking. It's not going to get you what you want. It's not going to get you what you want. You need to seek out authentic relationships, authentic people, regardless of how old they are or what they look like. I hate to tell you that, but that's the reality, because those are the ones that's going to have your back. When you fall out or you pass out, those are the ones that are going to call 911 instead of just run out the damn apartment, okay? Or just leave your ass there and go through your wallet. I'm just keeping it real right here, okay? All right. That was a good talk. It was a good talk, right? Thanks for watching.